Ugh, that sound. Drip, drip, drip. That tiny leak under your sink isn't just annoying. It's a slow-motion disaster. Every drop feels like money leaking out of your wallet. You can already imagine the water bill rising, the cabinet swelling, maybe even mold forming. And what's the first thought that hits your mind? I need to call a plumber. You grab your phone, already preparing yourself for the cost. Because let's be honest, even a simple visit for a minor leak can cost anywhere from $150 to $500, sometimes more. And that's before they even start replacing anything. But what if you didn't have to make that call? What if you could fix that small leak yourself in just a few minutes, without expensive tools, without special training, and without turning your bathroom into a disaster zone? Today, you're going to learn exactly how to do that. There's a simple DIY solution that most people ignore in the hardware store. It's cheap, it's powerful, and when used correctly, it can stop small leaks fast. Let's start with the first secret weapon: plumbing epoxy putty. This little stick might not look impressive, but it's one of the most beginner-friendly repair tools you can buy. It's basically a two-part compound, a resin and a hardener. When you knead them together, they create a chemical reaction that transforms the soft putty into a rock-hard, waterproof seal. And when we say strong, we mean strong. Once cured, it becomes extremely tough, resistant to water, pressure, and even temperature changes. It sticks to copper, PVC, and steel. But here's the important part: preparation. Most DIY failures don't happen because the product is bad. They happen because people rush. First step, turn off the water supply. This is non-negotiable. Find the shutoff valve under your sink or turn off the main water line. Next, open the faucet connected to the leaking pipe. This relieves pressure and drains any remaining water. Place a bucket underneath. Now comes the most critical step: cleaning the pipe. Epoxy needs a clean, dry, slightly rough surface to bond properly. Use sandpaper or sandcloth to gently scuff the area around the leak. Remove rust, paint, mineral buildup, or grime. Just create texture. Then wipe the area completely dry. Moisture weakens the bond, so take your time here. Bone dry is the goal. Now grab your epoxy putty and cut off a small piece, just enough to wrap around the pipe and extend half an inch beyond the leak. Start kneading it in your hands. You'll notice two different colors blending together. Keep rolling and mixing until the color becomes uniform. This means the chemical reaction has started. You may feel warmth. That's normal. Now work quickly. Most putties set in 5 to 10 minutes. Press the putty firmly over the leak. Don't just place it on top. Push it into the crack or pinhole. Mold it tightly around the pipe. Smooth the edges so they taper naturally into the surface. Aim for at least half an inch thickness directly over the leak. Then, let it cure. Most putties harden in 20 minutes, but for a functional cure, wait at least 1 full hour before restoring water flow. Check the package instructions. After waiting, slowly turn the water back on. Don't rush it. Let pressure build gradually, then inspect your repair carefully. Run your finger around the patch. Look for moisture. If it's completely dry, congratulations, you just fixed your first leak. Now let's talk about another powerful solution: self-fusing silicone tape. This is perfect for leaks on joints, elbows, or awkward areas. Unlike normal tape, this one has no adhesive. Instead, it chemically bonds to itself when stretched and wrapped tightly. It's a waterproof barrier. Begin wrapping an inch or two before the leak. Stretch the tape as you wrap, about double its length. That tension is what activates the fusion. Overlap each layer by half the width. Continue wrapping until you're past the leak. Within minutes, the tape bonds into a solid, flexible seal. Now, a very important reality check. These fixes are designed for small leaks, minor drips, tiny cracks, pinhole leaks, not burst pipes. If you have a burst pipe spraying water aggressively, shut off the main water immediately and call a licensed plumber. Don't experiment here. If your pipe shows heavy corrosion or widespread rust, patching one area won't solve the bigger issue. The pipe may need full replacement. And never, under any circumstances, attempt to repair a gas line yourself. Gas repairs must always be handled by licensed professionals. Period. Being a smart DIYer means knowing when to fix it yourself and when to step back. But for those small drips, you now have the power. Instead of panic, you'll feel control. Instead of a large bill, you'll have a simple solution. You take action instead of waiting. That small drip, drip, drip doesn't control you anymore. You control it, and that feeling of fixing something yourself is incredibly satisfying. If this gave you confidence, make sure you keep learning. The more you know, the less emergencies cost you. Protect your home and your wallet. Thanks for watching, and here's to never making that expensive call for a small leak again. See you in the next DIY fix.